any Jewish person that votes for a Democrat or votes for Biden should have their head examined.
Donald Trump suggests that Jewish Americans who vote for Democrats, including for Joe Biden, are mentally ill. They're sick in the head. They need to be examined. We didn't get to this yesterday, but I want to get to it today because the continued attacks, but also assertions that to be a real fill in the blank, real Jews don't vote Democrat. Actually, most Jews do vote for Democrats. Jews are one of the most left-wing voting blocs in the United States. Here's Trump outside of his plane in Atlanta on Wednesday. I don't know if he was getting on the plane or getting off the plane. Here is Trump saying, you need your head examined if you're Jewish and voting for a Democrat.
Again, they brought down the rate so fast because they want to get elected, and it's going to work out just
Have you called Netanyahu? Have you spoken to Prime Minister Netanyahu? Obviously, the White House is issuing a stark warning. Do you think that the U.S. is not doing enough to show support for Israel, or are you going to go?
Biden has totally lost control of the Israel situation. He has abandoned Israel. He's totally abandoned Israel. And frankly, you know, he's a low IQ individual. He has no idea where he is and who he's supporting. He doesn't know if he's supporting the Palestinians, but he knows one thing. He is not supporting Israel. He has abandoned Israel. And any Jewish person that votes for a Democrat or votes for Biden should have their head examined.
Have your head examined if you are Jewish and voting for Democrats. So what Trump is saying is most Jewish Americans are mentally ill. Jews are one of, if not the, it goes back and forth with Black Americans, the most left-leaning, democratically supporting voting blocs in the United States. And Trump is saying most of them should have their heads examined for mental illness because of the way that they are voting. Now, it's also not lost on me, the irony that you have a contingent of the left that says that Joe Biden is a genocidal pro-Israeli maniac. And on the other side, half of the electorate believes that Joe Biden is some kind of anti-Israeli, anti-Semitic extremist who doesn't care about Jews here, there, or anywhere. Conflicting narratives, certainly, about Joe Biden, and Trump insisting you got to have your head examined if you're Jewish and voting for Joe Biden. Now, one other really funny thing. Moments after this, Harris Faulkner pretends that she's never heard Trump say any of this stuff. I'm going to play something for you where Harris Faulkner's guest mentions these things Trump keeps saying about Jews. And she goes, what are you even talking about? It happened moments earlier.
He said Biden has totally lost Israel on that issue and abandoned Israel. And then he went on to say, if you are Jewish in this country and you vote for him, you need your head examined. That was the full context of that. So, Marie, the way you made it sound was he just willy-nilly said it. What he's saying is that, look, this is a problem. There are anti-Israel protests right up until the line in front of Biden's home in Delaware. I mean, the Secret Service holding that perimeter around the president. They're showing up everywhere. The president's handling of the war against Hamas, Israel against Hamas, is costing him dearly.
Because, Harris, that's exactly the point. Because he's standing by Israel.
No. I said his handling. I didn't say his policy. There's a difference. It's not a support for Israel. He vacillates. He says he supports Israel and then gives them tons of ammunition. No. And so Arab Americans are saying, you're wrong, Mr. President.
The reason there are protesters at every Biden event is because he has continually stood by Israel. He has repeatedly given them advanced weapons, more and more military aid to fight and to prosecute this war against Hamas. He has absolutely stood by Israel. And that's why you see these protesters.
He didn't stand by them with the UN.
Has repeatedly questioned the loyalty. He has repeatedly questioned the loyalty of Jewish Americans. He has said anti-Semitic and offensive things about how Jewish Americans should vote.
When?
Over and over.
Donald Trump has been anti-Semitic. That is
ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes ago. He just did it 5 minutes ago.
To each of
literally.
Anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, all of it. All of it is what we are covering here, and we have to get our facts right. I didn't hear what you're talking about, Maria, but what I did hear him do is call Biden out for not having clear policy or.
Harris Faulkner read the comments at the start of this segment. 90 seconds earlier, Harris Faulkner read the comments. Jews who vote for Democrats should have their heads examined. And then the guest mentions it And Harris Faulkner goes, I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't heard him say. You read the comments, Harris. Of course, it goes to the fact that Harris Faulkner would argue, saying that when Jews vote for Democrats, they're mentally ill. It's not anti-Semitic. It's not anti-Jewish. It's not problematic. But it is what it is. It's Trump, again, grouping voters in this particular way and then attacking them and saying the only way. Listen, excuse me, if black folks are voting for Biden, they don't know what's going on. If Jewish folks are voting for Biden, they don't know what's they don't know what's going on. And anything short of undying loyalty to Trump signals either some kind of personal failing, mental illness, or who the hell knows what. This is not the venue. And I think that the guests are learning this. This is not the venue in which you're going to have serious conversations when you refer to something Trump said that was read 90 seconds earlier. And the host says, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember, and I didn't see any of that. More of this is going to continue. What the voting groups need to remember, as a Jewish American who is planning to vote for Joe Biden rather than Donald Trump, there's nothing mentally ill about recognizing the lies that are being told about Biden and the reality of what Biden offers, and looking at it soberly and saying, oh, Biden's obviously the better option. Nothing really mentally ill about that. One of the most disturbing news stories of the last year is how the FBI, NSA, and other law enforcement and intelligence agencies are buying the internet browsing histories of millions of Americans. If they buy the data in bulk from data brokers who get it from internet service providers, they don't even need a search warrant, and the feds can know about everything you do online. That's why I use a service called Incogni. Our sponsor, Incogni, automatically goes to every major data broker and demands they remove your data from their records, which they are legally required to do if asked. They will even follow up with each data broker to make sure your data is really gone. They'll keep you updated every step of the way with progress. But using Incogni doesn't just keep your data safe from the government. Many other parties get your personal information from data brokers like hackers and spam callers, even ex-significant others or employers, ex-employers. My audience gets 60% off. Super easy. Go to incogni.com/Pacman. Use the code Pacman. The link is down below.